guys, welcome back to another edition of Midweek Madness. Unfortunately, it is a very sad day for us. It's Tehara's last show, she's leaving. And who else? We got her present as well. We got Adam Flamer-Caldera on the show as well. Tehara's like, at the moment right now. He's feeling very awkward. Yeah. How's it going, Adam?
I'm feeling very awkward too, Rehan.
Yeah, it's going good. It's great to be back home, so I'm enjoying myself. I actually leave back to New York tonight, so I'm a bit sad about that, but what to do?
I know. So tell us, what's life like in the Big Apple?
It's great. It's very exciting. There's always something to do. What I like about New York is no matter what your interests are, you can always find a place that sort of caters to that.
Yeah.
So I like it. It's pretty busy though. It's a pretty hustle and bustle city, so go all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why would you want to follow fashion and modeling?
Why would I want to do it?
What made you follow it?
To be honest, it was to make money while I was in school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's sort of a part-time job for me because I'm a full-time student. So.
Oh, okay.
Alright, lots of people have different explanations for this question, but to you personally, what is fashion?
I'm actually probably not the person to ask that question, so not really that into fashion actually.
But you're a top model.
Yeah, it's just what a lot of people don't realize. Actually, I get into quite a few embarrassing situations when I meet top designers and top photographers and magazines, and I do interviews and stuff like that. I don't really have time to keep up with the fashion aspect of it because I mean fashion is constantly changing and evolving, and what I wore yesterday makes me look like a fool today. And the way my degree goes right now, I'm in my almost my 8th year of medical school, so I'm pretty much doing that full time. And then on my breaks, I'm like rushing downtown in New York to do a fashion show, or rushing downtown to do a photo shoot. And so it's difficult to keep on top of both of those things. So I try to, remember everything to do with medicine and work in fashion, and maybe not the other way around, because I don't think I'll be able to keep up.
Dr. Caldera.
Flamer-Caldera.
Flamer-Caldera. Would you consider your family one of the most influential in the fashion industry here at home?
Here, yeah. So, like I said, I'm not that into fashion, but that kind of makes me the black sheep of the family, I guess, because my sister is, of course, sort of a fashion guru. Yeah. She just moved to New York and she's working in fashion there now, and she works in fashion here for so many years. And then my dad, as you know, he runs Colombo Fashion Week with Ajai, and so they're like way on the forefront of fashion here, and I'm sort of lagging behind. So yeah, I mean, there are so many people here that are great. I mean, I've worked with a lot of different designers here. I've done a few Colombo Fashion Weeks. I think I've done 2, and I may be doing the one in September if I have, or October if I have the time off. But it sort of coincides with New York Fashion Week, so depending on the dates, we'll see if I get back.
All right, done being nice to Adam.
Oh no.
We're moving into rapid fire, one of my favorite rounds. I've missed this round so much. It's good to be back on the show as well. Adam, are you ready?
I guess.
2 seconds to think of the answer.
2 seconds to think of the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a smart boy, you're a doctor, almost a doctor, so you should be fine. So which part of your body are you most conscious about?
My feet.
Modeling or becoming a doctor? Pick one.
Become a doctor, most definitely.
So you're into pediatrics, and what made you want to choose pediatrics?
Pediatrics and emergency medicine. So, I prefer working with kids than adults. Mm-hmm. They're easier to get along with. And B, it's just way more fun. The setting is so much more fun than in an adult hospital.
Have you got a girlfriend?
I do.
Nice. Tell us more.
Tell you more. She is studying to be a dentist. Mm-hmm. She is from Ohio, and I think we've been dating for almost 3 years.
Wow, not bad, not bad.
There you go.
Who do you think is better at fashion, Ajai Vir Singh or your dad?
That's a difficult question. I think my dad's been doing it longer, but he's more into the business side right now, and Ajay's more into the designing, creative side. So I don't think those two are comparable to each other, just because what they do is so different.
Okay. So, you obviously had a lot of stalkers ever since you were in school at AIS. Who was the worst stalker, and to what extent has he or she gone to?
I mean, I've had like a lot of false Facebook profiles made about me, websites, but in general, most people have been polite. They haven't really stolen things from me that I know of.
Followed you home?
Followed me home. Maybe followed me while I was in a public place, but never to the extent where I felt unsafe. So. Actually, there was a person in Canada when I was in Canada that was pretty creepy. But
What happened?
it was just a lot of messages and things about what I was doing at the time, and sort of hinted towards the fact they were watching me.
Oh
clearly.
crap!
So that was kind of creepy. But aside from that, as far as Sri Lankan side goes, it's can't complain.
Lanka's nice.
Very nice. Yeah.
Worst designer you've ever modeled for?
I like I said, I really am not into fashion, so a lot of times I don't know what looks good or what looks bad. So are you asking me what's the worst clothing I've ever worn, or who's like the hardest person to work with?
Hardest person to work with?
Hardest person to work with, probably actually is she's not a designer, but it's probably my sister.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm her younger brother, so it's sort of
more pressure.
Not more pressure, just more commands, more demands. But I mean, we have a great relationship, so it's not too bad. But for the most part, I mean, that side is doing what I do is actually very, very easy. So I don't get really involved in the drama. There's a lot of drama. It makes little sense to me because it would seem like such a relaxed situation, but there's just so much drama. So I sort of steer clear to it. So when it's like going on, I'm usually studying backstage or something like that.
Right.
So to avoid it.
Okay. How do you feel about all the attention you get from all the girls? You go everywhere.
I guess I mean flattered when it happens. I try not to let it affect me, but then again I don't really feel like I get that much attention. Girls are very good at hiding how they're feeling. Like if it was the other way around, I'm sure like the guys would be much more forward. Yeah. But for the most part,
They're very discreet.
Yeah, they're very discreet. And I mean, whenever someone comes up to you to compliment me, a girl or guy, it's just you take it as a compliment, and then you move on.
More
you
professional than anything.
Yeah. I mean,
That's exactly what Tara is doing right now.
yeah. What?
You're putting me on the spot here. I didn't even know he was coming today.
Okay. I had my flight was yesterday, but I missed it. So. It just
Oh
turns
wow.
out
Okay.
that I'm here today.
Okay. So, do you think you're better looking than your sister?
That's definitely not. But it's a weird comparison, right? Do I think I'm better looking than my sister? I don't know.
Okay. So
I would personally say no, but I mean I guess it depends on
everyone else's opinion.
Yeah, everyone else's opinion.
Okay.
And then my brother, of course, is the best looking in the family. So.
Oh wow.
And he's only 14, so he's on the way up. That's
So you have 99 problems, and which isn't one?
Insomnia, not one. I fall asleep pretty much whenever I have a moment to fall asleep. Like if you were to say you can sleep right now, I go to sleep just because I've sort of perfected staying awake for long periods of time, working, and a lot of times when people are really busy, I meet a lot of people either in medicine or fashion that have the difficulty to fall asleep. It's actually a pretty big problem, like falling asleep when you have the time to do it. I don't have that. I can fall asleep on this chair. I can fall asleep standing up. I can fall asleep, on the bus. Anywhere I can fall asleep. So it's actually an asset, especially in a city that never sleeps.
All right. So next round, first thing, and you're going to say the first thing that comes to my mind, to your mind,
Okay.
when Tehara says
Basketball.
The Spurs.
When I say literally sex on the beach.
Sex on the beach. It's a drink, right? Or...
No, literally.
Literally. Oh, literally sex on the beach. Way too much sand. Batman. Christian Bale. I love the series.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. Wrecking Ball. I actually just heard it on the radio, and I was shamelessly singing along to it.
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I won't be doing a rendition, but.
Nude models.
Nude models. It's awkward. It's awkward.
Rihanna's sheer dress.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, like he survived again.
Rehan, you wanted that interesting thing to ask him?
Yes, interesting thing.
Yeah.
I swear this had nothing to do with what you just told me, but you gotta sing Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball with the action.
That's not gonna
Come on,
I just said, nude modeling is uncomfortable.
No, we didn't know that you was
See, no, you.
It's one of those songs that A, I'm a terrible singer, and B, like it's when it comes on, you know the words, but otherwise you're just like, I know that she screams Wrecking Ball, but
we'll write the words for you, no problem.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that's very kind of you. You just know them offhand?
No, we could Google it.
All right. I again, like if you guys want a higher rating on this show, you probably don't want this thing.
That's good.
Those guys who were just in here, the quartet, they were fantastic.
No, the Old Joe Squad.
What are they called?
The Old Joe Squad.
Old Joe Squad. They were amazing. They should sing Wrecking Ball. I'll get naked, sing Wrecking Ball. Me, on the other hand.
No way.
There's a reason they take pictures of me and not videos or recordings and things like this. It's because my voice fluctuates all over the place. You can't hear it now, but when you play it back, it's gonna.
But you can still sing the song.
I probably not. Probably like another song.
Okay, sing your favorite song then. With the actions. You need to mime it out as well.
What are the actions?
I don't know. Whatever your favorite song. Act out your favorite song while singing it.
What is it like? Why do you guys think I'm a singer?
So before we go, once again, thank you to Adam and big shout out to Curve for having us here. It's an amazing place. It's down Park Street Muse. You should definitely come and check it out. It's right next to Park Street Muse. It's an amazing place. It looks purple. I like purple. It's curvy. Alright. Until next time, I'm Rehan and that's Tehara signing off for the last time.